Hey there, my little friends. How are you today? Welcome to another brand new episode of Tell Me a Story.
I'm Neville and this is my wife Carol.
And as you know, we are enjoying ourselves taking you through this amazing journey from the stories of the Old Testament. And which book of the Old Testament are we on, Neville?
On the Genesis.
The first book, the book of Genesis. And how many amazing stories this book has. We will take you today further onto the story of Jacob. After that really exciting wrestling match that happened in the previous episode, we will tell you how Jacob meets his older brother Esau, whom he had tricked years ago. So, shall I begin, Neville?
No, can we start off with the sign of the cross?
Yes, definitely. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit.
Amen.
Amen. So kids, Jacob finally gets this opportunity to meet his older brother Esau. Now you know how worried Jacob was when it was time for him to meet Esau, his older brother, whom he had tricked for the blessing from his father Isaac years ago. If you remember what I told you in the previous episode, Jacob had thought of a fantastic plan. This included sending a present to his brother ahead of him so that he could win his brother's favor and forgiveness. Later on, with the wrestling with that heavenly stranger that took place in the dark of the night, Jacob had once again encountered Yahweh's presence. Through this, Jacob's name from now onward will be Israel. Jacob, with his disjointed hip, limped ahead with his wives and kids when he saw Esau approaching them. As soon as Esau saw Jacob, Jacob bowed down, but Esau, on the other hand, rushed forward, flung his arms wide open, and hugged his brother with love and longing. Both the brothers, with so much love in their heart, were very happy in this moment. Now, forgiveness is such a lovely gift, isn't it? And when it is given freely, it is even sweeter. Esau didn't really know that the cattle of 400 camels and other things that Jacob had sent was a gift to him by his brother Jacob. He hugged Jacob just out of pure love, out of seeing his brother after so many years. In fact, Esau hesitated to accept that present that Jacob had got him. He asked, "What is all that camels and all the herdsmen that went ahead?" Jacob said, "It is a gesture of my love and me wanting forgiveness from you that I have sent." Esau just hugged him out of love and said, "I don't want that." But Jacob insisted that he keeps the gift that he has sent ahead, and both the brothers, along with their families, henceforth dwelled on in the same territory of Canaan, the promised land that God had told Abraham to settle down in. Now, being back in Canaan, one would think that all of Jacob's dreams have been accomplished. But remember, Jacob had 2 wives, and the quarrels and the jealousy that took place between the wives and their kids was just unbearable. Jacob was very happy that he had a large family. Like all the fathers in those days, everyone wanted many sons because every father thought that more sons would mean more help and support to work on the fields. And they also thought when we grow old, the sons will take care of us, so on and so forth. But many sons from many wives caused a lot of problem for Jacob. While there were many sons, the only wife that he loved the most was Rachel. And Rachel, after giving birth to Jacob's second child, that is Benjamin, died immediately. So Jacob mourned the death of Rachel for the longest time ever. Little Benjamin was also the last of Jacob's sons in his large family. Because of his immense love for Rachel, Jacob treated Joseph, who was Rachel's firstborn, as his own firstborn too. Now you know what happens when any parent treats one child with a little bit more of favor. The other children, the other brothers, were jealous of their brother Joseph because Joseph was the apple of dad's eye. Jacob also gave Joseph a special coat which had long sleeves. This kind of coat was only sought to a privileged elder son. None of the elder sons of Leah got that coat, but Joseph got it. The hatred in the heart of the other brothers only increased. Every time that the brothers went out with their flock, they would just be in corners grumbling and talking ill of that Joseph whom they didn't like at all. When Joseph was sent to walk the flock with them, Joseph was also Mr. Goody Two Shoes, who would look at his brother. If somebody is doing something wrong, go back and report to his dad. Dad, you know, they were not looking after the flock. Now you can only imagine whose favorite could Joseph be with those kind of, qualities in him. This made all the matters worse. No one in this big household of Jacob was really happy. All the other brothers were singling Joseph out. Joseph was sad. Nobody plays with him. Nobody's with him. The brothers were sad. The father favors Jacob. Jacob was sad that his sons are fighting. And you can only imagine the grim environment in Jacob's large and not so happy home. So kids, all of us have battled with jealousy among our siblings or maybe among our friends, a group of friends. Many of us struggle with this feeling that if someone is popular, if someone is liked a little bit more than the others, we try and single that person out. We try and find faults in that person just to prove that, he's not as good as he seems to be. Neville, have you ever had any such experience? Or you've seen someone being treated separately, singling out, name calling?
I think it's all around us. We see it all the time. We
Yes.
experience it in every walk of life. Whether it's at school, college, when you're working,
Yes.
it's always there around you.
Yes, and sometimes we've been part of the
We've
name
been part
calling.
of it.
We've been the ones who've been jealous of others, and sometimes maybe others have been jealous of us. So, how do you think we should deal with this? How to live in harmony when there's so much of jealousy around? Do you have any good ideas to give our young viewers at home who may be struggling with this jealousy?
I think let's wait for the next episode. There is some learning to come from it.
Of what
Right.
jealousy can
What
take?
jealousy can do and how therefore we should avoid it.
Okay, because it doesn't come from God.
It doesn't come.
Only the good comes from God, and jealousy definitely is a negative thing. It doesn't come from God. So let's wait and watch what we will learn through the jealousy of these other brothers towards Joseph. So that's all for today. Stay tuned into the next episode where we will tell you what lies ahead in Joseph's life. Till then, goodbye.
Goodbye.